Hi there. Let's chat about learning to learn from data and its connections to GIS and education. In a thought-provoking article, Kim Castens states that learning to learn from data is a necessary part of everyone's education, but not a typical part of everyone's education. Making it a typical part is a significant challenge. Castens describes the difference between learning to look up information on a graph and seeing and interpreting patterns in data. How can we help students see patterns and trends that the data represent? One way to see patterns in data is through the use of geographic information systems, or GIS. You see, GIS was created to be a tool with which to investigate data. Isn't it easier to see the relationship of, let's say, birth rates to life expectancy or tsunami damage based on proximity to coasts with a map rather than only a bunch of numbers in a table? Well, GIS gives the instructor and the student the ability to see the relationship between the map and the underlying database. Instructors using GIS focus on problem-solving, inquiry-driven pedagogical techniques that use real-world data to analyze spatial patterns on scales from local to global. They focus on classroom, community, and careers, promoting scholarship, citizenship, and artisanship. Dr. Castens' article discusses the use of student-collected data and how important it is. Now, with a GIS, students can collect their own data on tree height, tree species, historical buildings in their community, pH in streams, or other phenomena using probes, GPS, or smartphones. They can then input that data into a GIS for analysis, as easy as dragging and dropping their files, for example, into ArcGIS Online. GIS allows for graphing, summarizing, and answering questions such as, what is the average soil moisture on the south-facing slopes versus the north-facing slopes? What is the average height of pine versus spruce trees? How many earthquakes occurred in 2011 within 100 kilometers of subducting plate boundaries? Castens invites students to dig into data and think critically about where it comes from. GIS is nothing without data. Students using GIS develop critical thinking skills about data, its imperfections, its limitations, its gaps, and its utility, rather than just accepting it because it's on the internet or thinking, well, because it's on the map, it's perfect. Nowadays, it is easier than ever to use GIS in the classroom. One excellent place to start is ArcGIS Online, which is arcgis.com, to create and analyze maps of recent earthquakes, landslides, soils, or ecoregions, or even food expenditures by neighborhood. These maps can be saved, shared, and built upon. How might you use GIS to learn with, from, and about data?